Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Hi. Hello. Thank you for the claps. I'm FoxyJira. This is going to be a speedrun of Death's Door, an action RPG that released by Acid Nerve, who also made Titan Souls this past year. Definitely my favorite game of 2021, I think. Absolutely wonderful speedrun. Here with me, I have the wonderful Ruby Hart, who ran Shadow of the Colossus earlier this week, and some random Swedish person I picked up on the street. So. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, cool. Thank you. Actually, this is Anders. I know him from Sekiro Hitless stuff, and he's a great guy. And he's here to laugh and make you laugh because his laugh is contagious. So that's about it. We're going to get into it pretty quick. This run's going to go very fast, so I'm going to try and save ESA some time here. So I'm ready when you guys are. Okay, thank you. All right, so there's a quick countdown. We're going 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Alrighty, so a quick intro to this game, like I said, made by Acid Nerve, just an action RPG, kind of similar to like Souls-like kind of. The basis of the game is that we are a crow who is a reaper of souls, and we're going to our job, you know, because jobs are cool and stuff. And as we go to our first job, they're like, hey, you need to go defeat a giant soul. The whole purpose of the story basically is that crows are immortal up until they get assigned a soul to reap. And then once they are on assignment, until they return that soul and deposit it into, like, I guess a soul chamber or something, they become mortal, basically. So that's the main thing. We're being told the drastic nature of our job, and we quit out because that's fast. So anytime you see a door spawn in the game, that's an immediate checkpoint as soon as I hit the input. There's going to be a lot going on here. I just kind of did not get that. But hey, I'll be going through a lot of doors in this game, you know, because it's in the name, I guess. So. We're hitting up our first boss. We skipped this entire tutorial area because thank you, walls don't exist. And now we're going to the Demonic Forest Spirit, which if you play Titan Souls, like I've mentioned many times now, is not a reskin, but it's a very similar boss to, I believe it's called Find Thesis. So yeah, so all we're going to be doing here is basically just mashing away with a good combo of heavy attack and then 2 light attacks. That's going to be our main DPS for this run. And we're going to try and do it as much as we can, but there are some places where we can't. So boss is already dead. That's first boss done. Cool stuff. Crow's really excited, but in the wrong direction. That does happen sometimes. It's sort of okay. And what's happening here? Oh, no. We're going to get bonked on the head. So with a little bit of amnesia and the power of I really need to do my job, and because I'm speedrunning this, we're going to go fast and see who did this to us. But maybe not. Maybe not really. We'll see. So this next area is called the Lost Cemetery. It's kind of like the hub area, basically. There's a lot of running around here, nothing really to talk about. So if we have some donations pending, this would be a good time.
Yes, indeed we do. We have some donations for you. We have $50 from Bjorn, who says, hello from the Germensch Restream to all runners and community. I love all the speedrun events. Let's hit Alzheimer's, and good luck to all runners. Stay healthy. Well, thank you so much indeed. Big shout out. Remember, we have our alternative language restreams. Please use !restream in the chat, and you'll see the wonderful restreamers that we have for this event. Thank you very much.
Alrighty. So a lot of what the base game of this has is like kind of these gates where you can see there's a little locks on them, and we have to kill enough enemies to progress past them. This is almost the last time we're going to see this, besides some very specific arenas. It's pretty straightforward, pretty standard. A lot of this is just good enemy management in this game, and damage is a false thing. I have bad aim. Okay, it happens. It's fine. All right, we're going to pick up this key, and then immediately once the key procs, I have it, and I can quit out. And quitting out again because I need one of the bats to help me get over and do a skip, specifically so that I don't have to go through a bunch of wonky arenas and stuff. So this is it's a very simple skip. If you just want to mirror what I'm doing here at home, it's going to save you like at least 5 minutes, especially in like a casual playthrough or something. So yeah, we're going to attract this bat. Bats are funny little things and very finicky. Go grab this soul orb and kind of kite him over to this nice little gate. I stand on the 3rd stone, and bam, I just roll on top of him, and I'm over. So, and we're out here onto our next boss. So that's, oh, if you're clapping for that, get ready later. But yeah,
there's a lot yet to come.
Yeah, there's a lot coming. Oh, and they don't stop coming. Okay, and so this boss is the Guardian of the Door. I like to think of it as Alexander from like the Final Fantasy series. I'm a big Final Fantasy nerd, so if I keep making references like that, just deal with me. I'm sorry, but not sorry. So yeah, we're just going to be basically doing that that DPS stuff that I mentioned earlier, with the heavy attack, 2 light attacks, and going from there. Nothing really much to say here. Lasers happen. We can avoid them by rolling through them. No big deal. Damage here isn't a big deal. I kind of do want to take some damage for a specific portion. Also, I just remembered this. So for every death I have in the run, I'm going to be donating $20. So if everybody could, help me keep track, because I can barely count to save my life. So that'd be great.
Got you.
Thank you. Yeah, so that's the Guardian of the Door. It's a pretty quick fight. Yeah. It's fairly just, not too much going on. So we're just going past this next little part. Not much to say here. We can get into Dono, I think. At least we have it, if we do have some.
Okay, thank you very much. We do indeed have a donation. We have received $25 from Tic Tac.
Hey.
Best of luck with your run, Foxy. Amazing game with an amazing runner. Gah! Gah!
I was not ready.
I don't think any of us were. Thank you so much, Tic Tac. I'll be happy to see you again tomorrow. But yeah, so quick thing here. So like most Zelda games, we have a bow and magic, and I didn't hit it. That's fine. And so we're going to be using that to do a slight little skip here. Did I hit it? I did not hit it. Dang. All right. My aim has been pretty bad this today. But basically, we can light our bow on fire with a little bonfire. Nope. Okay, that's fine. What we're basically doing is a sequence break here. You're supposed to get another spell to light that pyre over there, and I use controller basically for the entire run. Some people get very finicky about this stuff, and oh my goodness, my aim is terrible. If this is the worst part of the run, then I'll be very happy. But okay, that should be it. There we go. You hear like a slight little whoosh, more or less, when you know when you got it. It can be a little bit finicky. I use a lineup with kind of the tiles on the ground, but otherwise it's not too bad. So what we're actually doing now is we walked past the Grey Crow, who is the one that bonked us on the head for our giant soul, and we're just going to say sayonara. We have other things to do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to be unlocking the upgrade to the last spell in the game that you get, which is the hook shot. Specifically because it's going to break, we're going to massively sequence break and go out of order for things. This is called an arc. Basically, I just do a heavy attack charge with a roll, buffer a roll right as I go over an edge, and then I attack again, and that allows me to basically walk on water as a crow, because we should be able to fly anyway. That's fine. So we arc over, we unlock this thing where we're supposed to have the hookshot spell itself to unlock this, and we go on to the Silent Guardian fight that's actually going to unlock us the item. Or the spell, excuse me. So we go over here, we're gonna get him to kill himself. I didn't do a good spot there, but it's gonna work. I'm gonna aim, and I didn't do anything, I died. Oh crap. I'm kidding, I died on purpose, so that's a free $20. Oh wow. If anybody wants to help match my $20, then I challenge you to a duel. But otherwise, so what we're doing here basically is every time I kill the Silent Guardian, I get a free 100 souls. And so I basically made it so my health, I would die with that first hit, and it's fairly quick. You can kind of mix and match your soul orbs and routing in this. It's just what I'm comfortable with. The arcs aren't too bad, and my setups for them work about 99% of the time for when other than when I'm bad at gaming. So we have fun here. So alrighty. Next up, we killed the Silent Guardian. We now have the hookshot spell. You can kind of see it. And I almost actually, ooh, that was almost really good. So if you look at the top left corner, I have the bow spell, but I'm highlighted on a blank portion of the bottom, and that just means I have the upgrade, but if I move my spell slot off of it at all, I completely lose it, and then the run is dead. So I have a safety save for the next upcoming portion. Just in case anything, kind of goes awry, or I'm silly and decide that I want to use my bow randomly when I really don't need to. So this is another walking section, so if we've got time for messages, then we have a good little bit.
Oh, we definitely have some. Okay, let's start us off with a massive $200 from Greg. Yeah, let's hear that applause. Come on, folks. Bonjour, ESA, admin of the French Restream. Weird addition for me. I just spent the last 4 days very sick and in the hospital, but I'm back for the end of the marathon. Huge shout-outs to Coxler, Dark Wolf, and the Speed Gaming staff that helped manage the stream while I was gone. Let's hit 100k, and this donation goes for Totodile to be named Croissant. Because
Croissant.
baguette is too cliche, right?
That's a wonderful
Thank
name.
you so much indeed for that amazingly generous donation.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, let's support Alzheimer Foundation, guys. This is it's a good cause, obviously, and we're here to get hype for charity, right? Because video games are cool, but charity's even cooler. So be cool, like the cool kids. So what's wonderful about having the fake hookshot spell is that generally what you're supposed to be doing here is using the bow to light up and shoot all these bonfires and stuff, but the hookshot works exactly the same way, and it has been patched out, which is absolutely amazing, because otherwise we basically wouldn't be able to do this run simply. But yeah, that's about it. So I'm just running to grab some orbs here, because basically we're preparing our soul count to get a specific set of upgrades that's basically going to allow us to tear through the game like relatively quickly. So yeah. We're coming up on another skip. It's fairly simple, nothing really too much to talk about. It's funny because you can do this skip on current patch, but you can't do it on 1.0. And I feel like this is possibly a good time to talk about the differences in the in the categories. 1.0 was pretty popular, obviously, as the game was closer to the initial release. It's a broken category in its own different way, but you don't have to get fake hookshot just because you can basically walk into the upgrade doors and go through the same thing, but no big deal. So we're gonna arc around. The reason we're doing this is we're gonna skip an NPC called Pothead. That's just his name. Don't think anything about it. He has a pot for a head. It's really a kettle, but he does what he does. I like to think of it because this game has a lot of amazing references and fun things to kind of go through, but he's basically like a Katarina Knight if you kind of look at him a little bit. Later he'll go ho, and I'll go ho with him. Because it's just so kind of catchy, and he'll go, not that way, but that's if you play Dark Souls 3. So we're skipping him just by doing that little roundabout. It saves about 30 to 40 seconds, because we're going to go this way anyway for Soul Orbs, so, as we kind of roll through, it's, easy peasy. So I guess any lore bits that I'm missing, either of you? I kind of shot through that a lot. I've done a few marathons of this, so I'm not really...
Yeah, so, one thing I was going to mention is, like Foxy was saying earlier, we're going to be doing a lot of this run out of sequence, so this is one of the first main areas you go to after the Grey Crow says, hey, I took your soul because there's a soul I tried to reap that ended up behind this door. I need to get inside of there, and only these huge giant souls can really open it. Since, as we mentioned earlier with the Reapers, you have to have a soul to bring back, otherwise they will kill you. Like, you are still mortal. But this is one of the first areas you go to. Once we're done here, we're actually going to be doing a sequence break. So rather than doing the areas in order, so doing the Ceramic Manor, and then doing the next area, the swamp, and then the final area with Boss Betty, we're actually going to be doing them in reverse order because they have reverse high hit points. So Betty actually has the smallest amount of hit points, then the King of the Swamp, and then Grandma, who's going to be the boss we fight in this area and will be the third that we hit. So the main reason we're doing this right now is there's a really important item that Foxy's going to need to get that will make speed much faster, but I'll let Foxy get into the exact details of that. But basically up to this point, that's the important lore you need to know.
Yeah. So we're about to pick up the I forget what they're called. Just basically the daggers. They are the most broken weapon in the game for what we're about to do. What I'm doing here is called an archer lift. The archer kind of points his bow towards the ground, and just basically we can just walk on his arms to get lifted up. It's extremely convenient. And so now that we've got the daggers, basically we can break this whole run wide open. You didn't hear him go, oh, but he does go, oh, there. And yeah, so he's our buddy, but we never actually really talked to him that much. It's sad because you don't talk to really any of the NPCs in this game, and they're just like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of what you miss here is the humor and just the game itself being, kind of aware in a lot of different ways. So we're going to talk to Darwin here for a moment, and he's going to be like, oh, hey, you got souls, bud. You want to use them? And we're like, oh, yeah, I do, actually. Thank you. It's kind of nice timing. So yeah, I'm going to upgrade my strength to +2, and then that's just going to be because we are now on our way to unlock the true hookshot spell, so that we don't have to worry about it later. So going to try and do some zoomies here because we're a crow, and animals that go fast have zoomies. So if you donate for zoomies if you like them. Oh, by the way, this guy's name is Ball Plart, head of security. If anybody has, a big fan of, security movies, I don't know. There's so much just little humor in this game that you just miss, like I said, and it's an absolute delight to play, especially for your first time casually. So if you haven't played this game, it's only $20, and it goes on sale relatively often. So I mean, there's no excuse. Donate to Alzheimer Fondant first because that's more important. But play video games too. So whatever works for you. All right. So taking some damage there. I kind of rolled off on accident. No big deal. It happens. I mean, I'm kind of clumsy from time to time. But yeah. So all I gotta say. Also, thank you whoever put Rick back in the crowd again. He's giving me strength. Never gonna let me down.
For those of you in the crowd, there is a cutout of Rick Astley in front of us, who is giving comfort and support to Foxy.
Yeah, he's my jam. All right, my controller is not working. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. Oh crap.
Oh no.
Oh, this is not good. I need to get this spell. Actually, I'm lying again. Free death. You get more money. Ha! Gotcha, chat. You've been you've been debated again.
Hollywood level action.
Suckers. I'm giving you my money. All right. Okay, so there we go. Some failed zoomies, but so the whole point of that is by purposely exiting the Avarice fight, again, direct reference to Titan Souls, those fights are like basically large arenas that unlock the new spells for you, and by exiting it specifically, it'll pop us back out in where you enter the door. And so since we haven't actually gone to the area with the door yet, I'm in autopilot mode. I usually don't miss this arc, but it's not too bad. So we're just picking up some extra souls. We're unlocking this area later because we're going to be right back, intermission style as we do this and go from there. So we have to talk now to Barb the Bard. I always want to say Barba from Shadow of the Colossus, honestly. But yeah, so we unlock this area, we get this door, we pop through, and now we're going to go straight back to the Avarice fight to actually unlock the spell. So at this point, I can use the spell. Like, I can switch over to my bow if really need be. I really don't need to, but the super great thing about the hookshot upgrade is that anytime I use it and slash into an enemy, it does extra damage. So it's basically it's really just nice and fun combat to be able to hookshot into things and also be a huge murder machine for monsters and grunts. So I like doing that. Yeah, back to the Avarice fight. I guess as I do this, if we have any time for messages or donations, feel free to rattle off.
Oh, we are absolutely flowing in here. We're getting fantastic donations coming in. Let's get a couple of those out for you. We've received $150 anonymous donation without any comment. Thank you so much. Remember, all your donations do go towards Alzheimer Fondant. Another $100 from Dano the Tenor. Thanks for the entertainment, people. Greetings from Texas.
Hi, Texas.
Well, greetings from the USA as well. And for now, one more. We've received another $100 from Crispy without any comment. But thank you so much for all these amazing, generous donations. Please, keep them coming in.
And what you're going to notice during these Avarice battles, there are going to be quite a few because every single one of them unlocks a different spell that Foxy's going to need in order to get through this run. A lot of it, he's going to be using the hookshot in order to very quickly get over to enemies, do as much DPS as possible.
I think I just took damage from the flame proccing.
Wait, really?
Yeah. One of those things I've never seen it before, but I don't think anybody's seen that before. Like, okay, that's a weird one. Okay.
But yeah, basically what you're going to see is these pots that output the little green ghosts, you can actually use that to deflect to enemies, so that actually does quite a bit of damage. So he'll be using that along with the hookshot just to very quickly move around the battle. So these are quite precise as far as really being able to make your way through them. But once he finishes his fight, he's going to have the spell be able to move through without having to worry about accidentally going off the hookshot spell. So we'll go ahead and let him finish this. There we go. Just like that, Avarice is down.
Yeah. And that's I like to think of that as Smo, by the way. Big Dark Souls persons.
Yeah, another Dark Souls reference.
Yeah, another Dark Souls reference, because obviously this is like a Souls game. Oh, wow. What a concept. It's what a concept. You literally reap souls, collect souls, and yeah, it fits well. So yeah. So now we're unlocking it. There's this whole huge cutscene of, I guess, a three-eyed raven, crow, whatever, being like, yo, dog, here's a crown because you're a king.
But also, the lore in the game never actually tells us what that crow is, so if you're wondering, we can't tell you.
Yeah. So special crows, who knows? we have fun here. All right. Yeah, so we've got the upgraded hookshot spell. You can kind of tell it's different because of the it's actually lit up with a color, and that's how you know you have the upgrade. Ooh, visual cues.
I think you died.
Oh yeah, I died again, so free money. As I keep dying here. Also, what count am I in? I don't know what number.
So you've died 3 times.
I'm died 3 times?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
And those were all intentional deaths, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I start dying unintentionally, that's when I panic. All right, so we pick up Dex 1 here because we specifically need it for like the skip coming up. This is the worst skip in the game. It is a nightmare. If I spend, I mentioned like the. What do you call it? Also, I'm picking up the umbrella because I didn't mention this, but we met the incentive for the last 2 bosses with the umbrella. Thank you guys so much for donating for that. I wasn't expecting that to get met so early in the day, and I was going to have to put on this facade of like, oh, I hate the umbrella. Why do you guys make me do this? Blah, blah, blah. And, oh, this is weird. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was weird. Wasn't getting the correct, like, distance.
Yeah, do you want me to break this down for you while
Yes,
you work
please.
on it? Yeah, absolutely. So this is one of the hardest skips in this game, and it's because it basically with a series of the positioning needing to be exactly right as far as the distance from the gate, along with the directions that he is pointing. He uses a mix of these different inputs in order to get to this railing that's on his right-hand side, and there are 2 different gates that he's going to need to do this for. It's basically so we can get to another Avarice to get the next spell, but once he actually does this twice, this is one that it's very tricky, but honestly the next one is even trickier.
Yeah.
So this may take a little bit of time, but it is an incredibly impressive trick, even if right now it looks like he's rolling back and forth. It's for a very specific purpose. So by pointing far away, then back towards the direction he's heading after having that distance, that should pop him onto this gate. So
yeah.
You got this.
This is so precise. I'm so used to my home setup with my mouse and keyboard. It's just, so like I'm kind of just flying by the seat of my pants, which is how I speedrun most games. So. If I look dazed and confused, I'm sorry. I'm bold and brash all the time.
It comes with the territory.
It comes with the territory.
Yeah, there it is.
Go.
There it is.
We're not out of the water yet. These rails are very precarious. You can see I'm kind of just slipping back and forth, and like it's a slip and slide.
There it is.
Okay, so that's the first rail done.
Yep.
So now we have the second rail, which is harder and much more RNG, as some of the more technically aspected people in this Death Store community are. Also, I'm doing these arcs over these. Earlier, I did a sword arc over a body of water. That's great, cool. If I fall in, I hit the water. Well, fun fact, if I do an arc over a void where there is nothing for me to hit and cause me damage, I have to Alt F4 out of the game. So anytime I do something like that, it's I clench very tightly and almost break the chair with just the amount of like spook going through me and terror of what's coming next. So yeah, so this is the second rail, like as Ruby said, nothing really too crazy about it. It's kind of the same thing. The inputs are somewhat similar, but the timing of this and like kind of learning all of this stuff really, it takes a lot to get used to. We used to have very specific ways of doing this skip, but really at the end of the day, it's not too bad. Although I'm not doing very well at it, haha. Great day for gaming, am I right?
No worries. Can we get some cheers for Foxy for this trick, please? Like.
Come on, buddy. Thank you all very much. You're all so wonderful. And if we have any donations or messages while I make you sit here and watch me do rolls.
Okay.
Oh, actually.
Yeah!
Okay, up the rail we go. Just stick our face in this one because I don't know, the rail likes it maybe, I don't know. No, this isn't good. Okay, actually I can fix this because cool thing about this game, if you're aiming with a heavy attack, you can just switch to mouse and just re-aim it. So, bam. Okay.
Yeah! There it is. There it is.
There we go. Okay. Okay. That was. I didn't take damage there either. It really is just a feel of like one day you're like, yeah, I'll get rail skip first time, no big deal. Like, you know, it saved me like 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden you're just like spending 10 minutes like trying to do it once.
Yeah, and something important to note while Foxy does this Avarice, this is going to be another series of using the hookshot spell, getting over to enemies as quickly as possible, and doing as much damage output as possible. But this is the last Avarice we're actually going to see during this speed run because the final spell, there are a lot of tricks that we use essentially to avoid having to get it. So we only actually need 3 of the 4. Foxy's only going to need 3 of the 4 spells in order to complete this speed run. So once this is done, you won't see another one of these battles. But if you play this game casually, they are really exciting and action-packed. So I really can't recommend it enough, both for the writing and for the gameplay itself.
Yeah. And I can't hear too well because I tend to play most of my games sort of low, but the soundtrack is absolutely banging. I cannot just help but be in bot mode 24/7 when I'm playing this game. So It's absolutely amazing. Like David Fenn absolutely murdered it with like the soundtrack itself. Like humming along, whistling along. I'm gonna try not to whistle into the mic because I just have a terrible habit of doing that like on stream. So I'm gonna try not to kill your ears or mine. So you know, we're just gonna go through that as we can. Oh, that's some damage. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Hot boys have a lot of health. Really, this is just kind of a lot of this game is kind of just enemy management in general. So unlike Souls in some ways, where you know enemies have like a certain distance that they'll chase you around, enemies in this game are brutal and will chase you until the ends of the earth if they can. So it's very rough to go through, but yeah, enemy management is really huge, and just being able to control large groups.
There you go.
So
Next Avarice down.
thank you. Alrighty, so this Avarice is down. We're going to wait through the cutscene. So if you have any time for any more messages or donations, we'd really appreciate it, Tim. Thank you.
We have absolutely amazing amounts coming through here. I'm drowning under them. It's fantastic. We
drown,
have
please.
$100 from Drunken Shoe. Are we zooming and air rolling? I hope we are. Also, I want to see at least one confused crow, dancing crow moment.
Oh, yes, we sure will.
Thank you very much. I've got a couple more here for you. We've received $10, Anonymous. Quah! 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 We have received $20 from Home, who says, "Hey, Anders." We have received yet another $10. Sable Dragonrook says, "Caca!"
Caca! If the crowd wants to do your own caca, go for it. I'm not gonna be upset. Like, yeah, there you go. There you go.
Oh,
See, this
there
is
we
great.
go.
Actual interaction.
And then,
It's amazing.
last one for now. We've received $25 from Temp, who says, "Don't worry, Foxy. We won't give you up, let you down, run around or desert you." Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Tim.
Tiny Tim, can I just say that was a beautiful rendition, and thank you so much for giving that to us. That was a gift.
It wasn't, but thank you.
Also, Tim, I don't want you to drown. Can we get you some floaties?
I need it. I'm paddling so fast my little legs can't handle it.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, a lot of this section here, so we're in Castle Lockstone. It's basically, so a lot of what you'll see with Death's Door is there's like an intro area into a like either more difficult or actual combat heavy area. So a lot of this is kind of just showing you like, hey, you have the hookshot spell. We have it early to say the least. So we have the hookshot spell. We're just kind of running around a lot of this area, and you'll see right here. It's very similar to the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time, where you're getting the 4 posts that light the 4 flames so that you can elevator. But instead of going down, we're going to go up. Because, I don't know, up is cool, I guess. So, yep, that's really about it. If we have anything more to say, any more, donos, messages, anything for the marathon, support Alzheimer's Fondant, everybody. So, anything else, Tim?
Oh, yes, I've always got something else to say. You obviously don't know me that well. Okay, we have received $20 from Scrublord. "Hey, Foxy, I heard you were collecting some round, spherical soul balls and poking enemies with a pointy stick. Good luck with that."
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Scrub.
so much, thank you. We've received $11.25 from Paulister. "Let's see Cuphead." Thank you very much indeed for that.
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh no, you got this.
that's fine. I think that's probably the first time I've done that, which is funny, but no big deal.
Yeah, and one reference I want to point out really quick, just while we're in this section. So Foxy's basically trying to light the 4 flames right now, so he's going through Castle Lockstone for the sake of doing that. And this is another one of those moments where the designers were clearly referencing the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time in order to basically get you to the final area with the boss. So the designers put so much detail not only into the writing, but into the detail of the references in this game. You really should check it out.
Yeah.
So there you go. I'm a Zelda nerd. I had to mention it.
Yeah. Yep, so not too much going on here. Basically, this is like the worst puzzle in the game. That's all I'm going to say. It's terrible. I made it look easy, but it is nightmarish. But yes, keep going, Tim. We've got a little bit more to go.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay, you don't need to tell me twice. Here we go. We have received a $30 donation. Oh dear. From username Niels. "Good luck, runner. And since you seem amused by these bird sounds, I give you a honk honk."
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Please donate with your favorite bird noises.
Oh no! Please
no.
don't.
Oh wait, no, but Tim, your dramatic readings of them are so amazing. I need to hear them.
Sorry, you started it, Tim. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Well, nothing to do with me. I just read them.
You're too brilliant a donation reader.
I'm not sure that's true, but anyway, we've received $25 from Anonymous. All the best to all the runners and the whole crew of this amazing event. And yes, big shout outs to everybody donating, everybody watching, everybody doing the runs. We're here to raise money for Alzheimer Fonden. Let's get those donations in.
Yeah.
Thank you. You'll notice a lot that I'm quitting out as I do a heavy attack for the daggers. That's simply because by storing the acceleration that we get from them, we can just go fast. So yeah, that's the whole zoomy thing that I mentioned before. So nothing big there. So now we're actually getting up to like some story exposition. Basically, this is a nice little like refined area before we start the chaos that is going to be doing arcs all over the place into front of voids. Aw, dang it. Sometimes that grunt will chase you around, and they can jump up all of these ladders, and the amount of vertical height they get would give Michael Jordan a run for his money, to say the least. So nothing really too much here. Get some good zoomies, hopefully. Okay, that was good. Got a few more. And yeah, anything else I'm missing from you two?
Yeah, also to mention about the zoomies is that you're locked in the direction.
Yes.
So you can only interrupt that by either attack or rolling.
Yep. So it's useful for just quick traversal. So like going over that bridge exactly like that. That's a long straight stretch. Nothing too crazy there. Let's get some Impatient Crow. All right. So fun fact: if you do a zoomie into a cutscene, because you have that locked animation, you just get something we call Impatient Crow, unsettled crow sort of deal. So the crow just runs around. For the most part, it's just for, fun, basically, to zoom into things. If I do it into the Avarice fight, it's actually really bad because all of this, you'll just kind of like do circles out into the distance, and really there isn't like an end to like the actual, arena for the Avarice fights, and you kind of just fade into darkness, and hello darkness, my old friend, those sorts of things. But that's not what we want.
Also Barb in Castle Lockstone.
Yes, also Barb.
Yes, if you zoom it locks the game.
Yeah, that is true. I didn't do it this time because sometimes I'm good at zoomies. Most of the time I'm bad. If you zoomie past that dialogue that you saw me have to stop for, basically, if you zoom me past it, you literally hard lock the game, and I would have had to just end the run and be like, I'm sorry, guys, like, I'm terrible. So thankfully, that didn't happen. So a lot's going to be going on here. Basically, we're doing left side watchtowers. I have to do 4 arcs over voids in a row to make sure that I don't have to Alt F4 out of the game. So hopefully this goes all right. Okay, we're 2 out of 4. We're looking good. We're looking good. And then we kind of just wigwam our way over here. And speedrunners aren't really, the most creative people with naming tricks. Snipe that whiz because get out of my house. And then, what do you call it? So we aren't very... Oh, that's why grunts are very scary, because they can just decide to kind of yeet themselves at you, and you're just, like, not feeling great damage-wise. Let's see. This is a hard one.
Nice. Nice. That was great. And something to keep in mind with the arcs as well is the faster he does the inputs, the more height he's actually going to retain. So like these are incredibly hard and input specific tricks. So just doing it that seamlessly, like you've got to give a lot of credit to the runner here.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, I didn't kill a grunt. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You need to die. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Also to mention, this is one of the worst fights just because of the ice.
Yeah. This ice arena is absolutely nightmarish. Yeah. I try to have like a good rhythm to the enemies that I go for first. You'll see a lot of me using heavy attacks, and that basically just interrupts grunts and makes it so they can't just kind of eat themselves at me or kind of catch me off guard, more or less is the best way to say it. So yeah. And then as Ruby mentioned earlier, a lot of these... Oh, there we go, getting hit again. So oh, almost got hit again there. Damn. I need to stop. All right. If I reflect back these projectiles, they do double the damage of what my and then God, this ice, man, it's so terrible. All right. Can I please stop zooming around? This is not what I want. Please, I went off this ride. All right.
You got this.
There we go. This is fine. We'll make it work. Yes, he just kind of where do they get these hops, man? Like, what are you drinking? What kind of Gatorade do you got? All right. So, yeah, this last little bit, not too bad. But, yeah, the ice itself is just because we use the hook shot so much, it's so easy just to careen out of nowhere. and it's absolutely nice marriage. So,
It should also be mentioned that these guys that Foxy's fighting right now are basically the hardest enemies in the game that outside of like the actual bosses.
Yeah.
Just because their hitbox is so insane. They have shields that they start out with. Their damage output is insane. So just having to take on 2 of these guys at once is is bizarre. But hey, he took it down. So
the timing for those hits are just absolute. Like they do a 2-hit combo, but just you want to be a little greedy sometimes and just be like, nah, I'm better than that, and then you aren't. So you know, it's just the way of the world. So no big deal.
And now we're getting into Betty.
Now we're getting into Betty. We're getting into our first boss fight finally. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset here real quick, just so I can get my health back. And then we're gonna try and do a loop fight for Betty here, simply because you know we like to go fast. I don't know, like we're speedrunning here, boys.
Wait, what?
What? This is a speedrun? Oh my god! Oh my god! All right, Betty.
Yes. Okay. So what's basically going to be happening here is whenever he's in the basic sequences, he wants to get as close to Betty as possible. So he can basically dodge the attacks by constantly rolling towards her belly and then just outputting attacks like crazy. Once she jumps, then he's going to do a heavy charge. That way he can get the additional damage output. But it's basically just going to be a sequence of that over and over and staying as close to her as possible to get all of that damage in. Occasionally he may have to dodge.
Let's go.
That was
a perfect
I couldn't even explain the fight before you finished it. That was incredible.
I haven't done that perfectly in a while, so that's hot. That's hot. All right.
And we're coming to my favorite next.
We speed running. Let's go. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm getting really excited. Sorry, chat. I'll tone it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just gonna put this out there. So this one I could barely get through the explanation before he finished the fight. The next one I may not even get through his name before the end of the fight, just because he is so pompous that his title is 10 index cards long.
Yes.
Not even joking. I have the index cards like in my pocket, so this will be interesting. But yeah, we're moving on. Basically, here, Foxy, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So now we get our first like lore exposition of the game after the last I guess technical like story boss. And this is the Lord of Doors. He's your boy Champ. He's amazing. This is what I aspire to be, full chrome sort of deal. But he's an absolute lad.
Well, and
and also world's best lord.
World's best lord and canonically non-binary. The entire game uses they them pronouns for this, which as a non-binary person, it makes me very happy to see that, bro.
You still have those beaks, you know.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. All right. So yep. So basically, Lord of Doors like, hey, why are you showing up my doorstep? You don't got to do anything. Why are you here? But also impatient crow, and you know, it seems a little intimidating, but you know, it's just nice. Good job, little one. Yes. Good golf clap. Bravo, bravo, bravo. You did your job. All right. And he says, ciao. Ciao, grazie. And go from there. All right. And so obviously we've unsettled the Lord of Doors a little bit. We'll see how things go. Honestly, this like I guess presentation of everything. We didn't see this earlier. That's Death's Door. That's the name of the game. Cool. Name drop. Let's go.
Credits. Cool.
Credits roll.
Yep.
Runs over time. I'm kidding. Don't do it. All right. All right. I'm just kidding. I swear. All right. So now we pop back in. Chandler, the handler, is the person we met in the first part, and he's like, hey, why the heck don't you have your soul? Why are you going around running do more work, bud? That's not cool. Whatever. So we pick up from it helps also like we take the specific route that we do because the bosses, like we said, have very specific amounts of health. That is good to just avoid. I'm not gonna do this arc because I haven't been super great at it lately. That's fine. We're just gonna take the roundabout way. But also because of how we do damage, like it just helps out that we can just absolutely annihilate the other bosses with how much basically strength we have at the end of the day. So yep, nothing too crazy here. We're going down into the swamp area. Hey, did anybody mention Miyazaki? More or less. Oh dang it, I missed. Man, my aim is off today. I'm just not a god gamer. I'm sorry, chat. I apologize.
You've done many God Gamer things this run. I beg to disagree.
Thank you very much.
Speaking of Miyazaki, weird means of transportation.
The weird means of transportation.
The rhino sloth.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever he is.
What's going on? He's yoked. He skips leg day. You can obviously tell. Because look at those legs, they're itty bitty. It's like, was this like a crash game or something? All right. So okay. So now we're going into the swamp area of the game. We're about to skip the next two areas because one, they suck to we're going fast. I keep saying we're going fast, like you guys don't know what we're here for, but Alzheimer Fondant's pretty great. So please donate. So this is going to be pretty quick. I'll give you just a moment very soon, Tim, I swear, to read off stuff. So we're going to skip this entire area basically by doing one arc over here. I have to run around this tree because there's an invisible wall, but they put it on one side and not the other. Oh, I messed up the arc. Maybe? Oh, that was what? Excuse me. There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened there. Yeah, so we got to run around this tree. I'm gonna zoomy my way to victory all the way down, skipping all of this like combat and stuff. Plug myself into this tree and then do a zoomy. And as I come over the edge of the world, bam, there's the end of Mushroom Dungeon, and we are into the Flooded Fortress, which is the... so I said the 4 arcs in the Watchtowers was bad. This is like the worst area of the game. So many runs go here to die, and it's absolutely terrible. So, like I also mentioned, it's like an intro area to like make you feel comfortable before the storm hits, more or less. So, Tim, take it away if you got some donations or messages.
Oh, we do indeed. We have $100 anonymous donation without any comment, but thank you so much. $11.25 from Super Incentive, who says, "Let's go for that Cuphead incentive. I said it was my last donation, but sorry, I can't stop donating. Let's go for 100K. Plus, PS, Ruby, Anders, and Foxy rock this run." Thank you so much.
Thank you. And we're doing hard work.
Yeah.
No, Foxy's making our job easy. He's got it. We're just here for support.
Oh, dang.
Or looks.
Or looks, yeah.
Oh, yes, Vogue. Anyway, and one of the great things here that Foxy mentioned earlier is basically with this statue of the King of the Swamp, we're actually getting an idea and a little bit of insight into how the boss fight works. So basically, he's going to have a mace just like that with a similar ability of just rebuilding the blocks around him. So if Foxy needs it later, then that may be something that we see in a little bit once we actually get to the King of the Swamps fight.
Yep. We're coming around to the last little portion before we, for the first time, meet the King of the Swamp. He's a very funny dude. He talks like like a British gangster, I guess, in some ways. Like,
It's very Cockney.
He's very Cockney, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this archer grunt's like, "Yo, hey, you need to get out, dude. I'm gonna call our boss." And yeah, you're done now, and he just gets sat on. He gets flopped right on. And so, yeah, he makes fun of us. This dude's like, "Hey, yeah, you should probably listen to him. I don't want to get sat on, so I'm not gonna whistle again." So, fun fact, also, that archer's not dead. He's fully alive. I guess he's just suffering because of lack of,
Oxygen?
Insurance.
Rift breaking?
Insurance. I don't know where he's from, but that sort of thing. All right, so we're gonna be breaking some stuff here. Clear out these grunts real quick for ease of traversal. Grab this boy for a very simple sequence break. You can do that at home if you have that. Okay, so we don't have a grunt here. I gotta watch out for this little projectile, otherwise I might die, and then bam, we're up. Okay, let's see if I can get this. So if you watch the GDQ run with Scrublord, he showed a lot of us up by doing a skip with this like horse guy, but it's really RNG based, and I fell off. Whoops. It's really RNG based because you just gotta really hope that the other enemies push that archer. How did I take damage? All right, push that archer in a way that you want, more or less. There we go. Push that archer in a way that we want, and it just didn't happen for me. So we're gonna do the same thing we did earlier in the Ceramic Manor, or the estate at least, and we're going to push this archer into this corner, and he's going to give us a nice little lift up. Thank you for the elevator, buddy. Really appreciate it. You're a great guy. Also, please don't snipe my butt. Woo. All right. And as we go around here, so this next little bit, we're going to be trying to use these whizzes, specifically with the flame spell, because the flame spell pushes them backwards, whereas the arrow kind of pushes them in a random direction. And then a lot of this is basically RNG of, hey, hopefully the whizzes treat you nice. Please do. Good spawn? No. There's a lot of different, like, just a hearsay of the different ways that you can spawn whizzes, depending on how you like to do it. But at this point, I'm just kind of at their mercy of, please spawn in this general direction. All right. Ooh, this will work. No! Oh, I got hit. Okay, that sucks. It hit the, oh, maybe. Maybe. No, damn.
Oh.
All right. And we're just chilling here, so I don't know. As we're waiting, any messages? anything from the crowd? Anything from the tremendous people out there giving us money?
We have plenty. We have received $20 from Jeff8, Foxy and Anders. Let's go. Beans!
Thank you,
I
Jeff.
don't quite know what that means, but hey. We've got $25 from Thar, who just says C1.
C1!
C1!
All right.
There you go.
Classic Thar. If you don't know Thar, go say hi to Thar and give him a hug if you're here in person. Thank you, Thar. No!
Oh!
Got sniped. I should have taken my time. All right, so we get to do that again. Do we have anything else? While I do all that again, it definitely won't be as long, but you know, it's gonna take some time.
We do have something else. We have received $30 from Vongola. Amazing run so far by Foxy. Keep it up. Also great to see the world record holder Anders on commentary, who totally did not play this game for the first time 2 days ago. Very exciting!
Don't shout me out like that.
No.
Thank you, Mogola.
Mongola's a dirty liar, though.
But a good friend.
But a good friend, yes. He's out here to make jokes. Real shout-outs, though, to the actual Death Store community and, like, everything that they put into this game. All of them put in so much time and effort, and, like, it's a really welcoming community. And if you like speed tech, like, everything I'm doing here is, like, fairly simple, and, like, I could teach it to you in 10 minutes in the practice room if you were really interested. But some of those other tricks that are just absolutely insane just need a place to find a home in the speed run. So definitely check it out if it's something that you're interested in. So nice thing is I can just run past this area now that I've activated all this. So don't got to worry about it again as long as I don't get sniped by a whiz in the back, you know, because he's a rude dude and not a rad lad. All right. All right. So now we're home free. I grabbed 2 extra seeds specifically. So how health works in this game is that you use seeds. I just keep getting smacked. You use these seeds to like put in pots. And from there, it kind of acts like an Estus flask in the sense that, okay, I guess I do need this. Hello. That it sort of acts like an Estus flask. There's a lot going on the screen right now. A lot more than I really want. And every time you rest or like go into a new area, it gives you the seed back that you can use later. So it's not a one and done, but it is certainly a
unique healing mechanic.
Unique healing mechanic that you don't get in a lot of games today, I feel like. So similar to Estus, but definitely different enough that like it feels refreshing. So yeah. So a lot of this is just an arena. If we have a dono as I wrap this up, this is the most like chaotic I've been done with this arena in a very long time. Oh God, this is terrible. Oh my God, stop, please. I didn't ask for this. I just want to speedrun this game, you know? All right.
While you're wrapping that up, I would like to mention that we do have some bid wars and incentives that we're still looking to meet. We are very, very close now, folks, on getting the good... Well done.
Thank you.
On getting the good ending for Cuphead. We're $1,907.50 out of the $2,000 needed, so just under $100 there. So Kurthar will fight the devil and get the good ending. So please get your donations in for that. We also require a little bit more for the Iron Boots in the credits incentive for Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We've got $1,115 out of the $2,000 needed.
Okay, cool.
For that one.
I'll have to cut you off here. Ooh, this is really important. So the King of the Swamp, very important. Go.
Okay, his name is the King of the Swamp, the Guardian of the Flooded Fortress, Lord of his domain, ruler of all that he surveys, champion of the people, keeper of the 5 oaths, first of his name, second of his other name, he who is without middle initial or mercy, destroyer of all those who would question his rightful rule or look at him askance, eater of the vanquished, devourer of the indolent, guzzler of the non-committal, bestower of wrathful opprobrium, and fount of most wondrous beneficence. All glory be to him and his mace. Holy basher of toads, not frogs, but really what are toads anyway? Like worse frogs, right? Uglier too, yeah. And then smartest creature in all the land, really clever, like that Einstein guy, but more handsome. And okay, we hit the word count. That's his title. That's his full title.
That's his full title. Thank you very much for reading it, Ruby. Aw.
You've got cheerleaders.
Aw.
Oh man. All right. So basically, the first phase of this fight was just a matter of taking out the King of the Swamp. I'm not going to say the rest of his title. Good God. The King of the Swamp's armor. No, I'm not going to say it every time. That would take the whole fight.
That's his title, though. Come on.
Fountimus Wondrous Beneficence. I will use different things from the title. How about that?
That's
so,
perfect.
the first part of the fight is basically
So bad.
aimed towards trying to take out his armor. Once that happens, then Foxy wants to make sure to avoid falling into the swamp, since as you can see with every one of the King of the Swamp's attacks, more of the ground goes away. But just like we were kind of taught earlier with that statue, if he hits the mace with a well-placed arrow,
So bad.
oh no, here,
That's
you got
fine.
this.
That's okay. It's okay.
Yep,
Yeah.
you got this, you got this.
Yeah. That was the one that surprised me. Can somebody get an ESA chant going? Please and thank you. Nobody?
ESA, 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 ESA.
ESA. Thank you. All right. Cool. That hypes me
Yes,
up.
so with this fight, basically what's going to happen, like we said before, he's going to be taking out the armor of the King of the Swamp, and with every block of the arena that the King of the Swamp hits, it's going to break away and could cause Foxy to lose some damage, lose some time by falling in. Once that armor is taken out, then he can basically put himself as close as is humanly possible to just do as much output damage as is humanly possible by getting really, really close. And the great thing about this particular fight is if you can place yourself like really, really specifically in this arena, that outer ledge doesn't actually break away. So as long as he can stay there, then none of the rest of the arena will actually fall out from underneath him. So you can see he's trying to stay as closely placed on that ledge as possible while the King of the Swamp is in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The suction thing that he does, the sword itself gives you the right amount of momentum and forward movement so that you don't actually have to like move at all, basically, and you just keep wailing on him. So now I can just stay on this little section here and kind of just keep smacking him until he's dead. So, all right. So I need this here. Let's see if my aim is actually good for once. Yes. All right.
Nice.
All right. Cool. And he should die basically right now. Whoop. Oh, not if I die first. Yeah, I did mess up the initial portion of this. There you go, finally.
There it is.
Away.
There it is. King of the Swamp. Did you coordinate this? That was so good.
I'm so confused, but I am loving it.
I just got a double thumbs up from Hollister, so I have a feeling that was, y'all are beautiful.
Yes, you're all wonderful. Can I pay you to come around as my cheerleaders in my normal life? I could use this kind of hype in my day-to-day.
Yep, and now we're headed towards the first boss in the game.
Yes.
Who ends up being the final, or the final one of the main 3 giant souls, and then we have 2 others that we'll take care of later on in the plot.
With the umbrella, because
With-
it's going to be great, and I hate myself. Not really. It'll be fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that is kind of sad with, like, it'd be fun to do more runs with the, or like, fight all the bosses with the umbrella, but then at that point, it's just kind of like an extended Let's Play, so it's a lot more fun, I'd say, to show the strats. So now we're back in the Ceramic Manor, finally. We haven't touched it at all. We have to take a little detour to get a key, and that's really about it. Otherwise, we're going to say bye-bye and miss all the little story bits. And that's really about it. So we got time for some messages here while I go grab this key.
Okay. Well, first of all, I need to correct myself because apparently we have met the Cuphead incentive.
Hey!
Thank you very much indeed. Your generous donations go too fast for me, you see. I can't keep up. And we've received, and I'm so sorry, this is going to be just, yeah, I'm sorry. Usurpering has donated $10. King of the Swamp Guardian of the Flooded Fortress, Lord of his domain, ruler of all he surveys, first of his name, second of his other name, he who is without middle initial or mercy, destroyer of all those who would question his rightful rule, or look at him with askance, eater of the vanquished, devourer of the indolent, guzzler of the non-committal, bestower of the wrathful, opprobrium, and font of most wonderful benevolence. All glory to him and his mace, holy basher of toads, not frogs, but really what are toads anyways? Worse frogs, right? Uglier. 2 smartest creatures in the land, all the land. Really clever, like that Einstein guy, but more handsome and okay. Hit the word count.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tim
Amazing.
deserves
I'm gonna
an
call back to
applause.
that.
Beautiful, Tim. Beautiful.
Way to kill it. Getting to hear it twice. Getting to hear it twice is it's a treat. So, 2 very beautiful renditions. I always want to say is watch out if you're non-committal because you don't want to be guzzled. That is my absolute favorite line from that. All right, quick little skip here. I can hit this furnace with the flame spell while we talk to Gam Gam, who has absconded her grandson into green goo. Why is it green goo? I don't know, but that's just what it is.
Oh yeah, do you remember Pothead from the beginning of the run?
Yeah.
We haven't seen him in a while.
We haven't seen him in a while. He's kind of just been hanging out
Yeah.
the whole time. Nothing really too much to say about that. Don't need to do a zoomie here. All right. So yeah. Recently, actually, the current world record holder of this patch and also the No Mojo Glitches patch found out a way to completely skip this area of the game. You basically run up this little tight section and then basically fall through the furnace, kind of like we did with the mushroom dungeon, to skip. You know, it saves about 2 to 3 minutes overall. I haven't learned it since I've been in the EU for the past like 3 weeks or 2.5 weeks. I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been 2.5 weeks.
2.5 weeks.
Yep,
Yeah,
I got you.
I don't know, man. Time is an illusion. And so, yep. So we're going to continue on a little bit forward. We still have a good skip to show you that uses arcs in a fun way, and kind of gets to show off a lot of like the craziness of things that you can do and just places you can put yourself. And again, another plug for like the speedrunning community, just because like there are so like this game is it's not a long game, but it's certainly not short either, and it's very just. It's so well put together, man. I can't get over like how much I just love this game in general, and like the things that are still being found to this day, and the amount of like skill cap that there is to this game is just absolutely insane. So if you really just like very technical games, definitely look forward to this and you know, picking it up when you can. So yeah, we're almost to that skip. Any last thoughts, Tim, before we get going?
Oh, I do indeed. We have received $100 from Gigi Butters, who just says, love ESA. Well, ESA loves you. Thank you so much indeed. And $25 from Marvin without any comment. Remember, all your donations go towards Alzheimer Fondant. You have been amazing, folks. Let's keep it up. Let's get those donations coming in.
Nice. Alrighty. So I just did a big skip right there, where I basically am able to get this furnace up from up top here, and then I basically skip like about a minute or two of sections where all I do is run and like just mosey myself around a bunch of enemies. So that skip's huge. It's you do one, I guess, bad thing about the run. It's not bad. It's just, you know, a personal choice really. It's mostly on PC right now, but at the same time, we don't have a lot of console runners. But don't be afraid to run the game on console. It's available on every console. Some of the skips are very specific to PC, but really it's only about an 8-minute difference, and we're still working on ways to do the mouse and keyboard skips that we use. So if you're someone that is very interested in learning that, like, we would love to have you, because I would love to give up the keyboard for this game. I don't like it. So yeah, so we're coming into the Gam fight. Grandma is very cross with us, despite having only spoken a few words with us. More or less, she has just harsh words, man. You know, she just, I don't know why she calls us a little shit, man. I mean, come on, so rude. Like,
I mean, we are trying to kill her and reap her soul, so I mean, I feel like it makes sense.
You know, when you put it that way, but you know, she's been alive for so long. You
Yeah.
you can't cheat death always. Come on, like, and then her grandson's just in the background. But yeah, so this fight is gonna be just absolutely so quick if I'm able to get it just right. But she's not even gonna get through a phase, basically, if I can help it. So.
Yep, basically what Foxy's going to be doing during this is hookshotting as soon as Granny appears, who usually Grandma will appear behind you, so you can figure out pretty handily where she's going to be spawning next. And then with those pots that she just keeps throwing, it's going to be a lot of deflection of every single one of those. And the great thing is, when he deflects those, they do double damage. On top of that, with this pot phase, if he uses a heavy attack, she's going to send a bunch of projectiles out, and since deflecting them already does double damage, with a heavy hit, it actually does quadruple. So with just a few deflects, then Granny should be taken out.
Come on. There we go.
There it is. There we go.
Usually, if you get it right, you can kill her as she literally starts turning. So it's kind of crazy just how much like the strength matters in this run. All right, so now it's time. Y'all ready to fight with an umbrella because we're classy?
Oh wait, should we actually talk about the lore of this game for a second?
I guess, yeah, why not?
Yeah, I mean, so this seems as good a time as any. So basically, with that Grey Crow that we mentioned earlier, one of his souls ended up behind the door, and he puts your soul behind it as well that you had reaped at the very beginning and says, listen, we're both going to die if you don't help me get these other souls. So the 3 bosses that we've been killing, so Betty, the King of the Swamp, and Grandma, basically the reason we killed them is because they are giant souls who have lived for so many hundreds and hundreds of years and have been constantly trying to cheat death that they've never been reaped. So we take their souls, we're about to use them in the Lost Cemetery towards Death's Door, and you'll see who we end up meeting in a second here, and we'll get into a little bit more of the lore, and Anders and I can kind of tag team that. So yeah.
So yeah. Little last running section through the Lost Cemetery. Yeah, not much else to say. We're gonna meet, finally going to meet the person who bonked us at the beginning of the game, because apparently that didn't bother us at all going through it. So, yep, last little bit, couple more things. Sorry, Tim, I want to tell you to read a donation, but we're about to get into a lot of exposition, so.
Yep, and the umbrella fight.
And the umbrella. So now, here's your money in action, people. This is what your money looks like.
Yeah.
Short, purple, and...
Thank you for your donations.
It's raining outside, too, so we need to use it. All right, so this is the Grey Crow. You guys want to break into more lore, I guess?
Yeah, so we opened the Death's Door.
Oh, we said the thing.
Guess who's...
Oh, my God.
Hey, can y'all guess? Can you guess who is behind Death's Door? Just random guess.
It's not Rick Astley, he's right there.
Yeah, it's not Rick Astley, he's right there. Okay. But that was a good try.
Oh, okay.
It's... Hey, guess what? With the fanny pack and their beautiful, beautiful black hoodie and jeans, it's Death. We're gonna meet Death.
We're gonna meet Death.
What?
Such a casual meeting.
Yeah,
right?
what a concept.
What a concept.
And this is where you get a really, really big lore drop in the game. So if you're not looking for spoilers, sorry. But basically what we find out in this section is Death had been reaping souls for generations and generations, and it became so emotionally taxing.
Look at how cute they are.
Yeah, look at that fanny pack.
They're adorable.
What's up?
As is the Lord of Doors.
Chilling. No big deal.
You find out in this section that the Lord of Doors had created a device, these doors, that could just suck souls in that needed to be reaped, and said, hey, Death, if you let us use our doors, then it'll be really helpful. You don't have to do as much of your job, and it's not as emotionally taxing. Is that cool? And Death said yes, and then the Lord of Doors used it as a way to actually prolong their own life by sealing them inside.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yes, and this last Lord of Doors, he didn't want to end his cycle, because basically when they are created by the previous Lord of Doors, they are told their death date, the day they die, and, well, he wasn't very happy with that. So that's why he sealed Death himself in this door, so that he can keep on living forever.
Yeah, so there was through successive generations that the first Lord of Doors. We eventually learned the Grey Crow was like, hey, your soul disappeared into this ether. It's not here, bud. You're going to die. And so basically after they live for so long, they kind of just eventually hit their expiry date and go
Crazy.
And they go crazy. So I don't want to be mean. Worst fight in the game. This fight is so tough. It is so just technical and like just requires so much like... there we go. Okay. It's just so much like minute stuff. Like I have very specific portions when I can attack him. He can basically just kind of clip me randomly. Ooh, hello. As much as he wants. And anytime he does this charge attack, I have a very limited window. Oh, my hook shotgun, please. Just need like an inch. All right. Yeah, so I can't hit him very quickly, but a lot of just with the umbrella fight is just making sure that I'm like managing my own self very well. So I'm going to try to reflect as many things back as I can and really just avoid... Hello. Why that? Ooh. Sorry, bud. Stop.
Yeah, this is one of those moments where honestly, like, being careful and trying to make sure you survive this fight is more important than trying to get through it as quickly as possible, because if you get cocky and try and go in for extra pop shots, you will take damage and it will not be pretty, especially as you can see, you only have 4 hit points throughout this entire run. So, like, there's not really a lot of room to mess around.
Come on. There we go.
Yeah.
Got him. All right.
Nice.
Yeah, so also to mention about the umbrella has half the damage of the sword. So it's not the strongest weapon in the game.
Yeah. Shorter rolls, half damage, it's no big deal. Kind of doing the best that I can. Hello. All right.
But it's for charity.
It's for charity.
It's for charity.
Y'all gave money. So I'm doing the thing. But yeah. So yeah, we're trying to hit these projectiles back as much as we can. It's just so long, and it's very random. Like the crow heads themselves spawn completely randomly out of the body. You can be hitting the crow, and you'll just get hit in the face by crow heads, and then you're just like, oh great, yeah, nothing I can do about that, huh, game? Thank you. And oh, he's dead.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
That was so spooky. I think I hit a couple of those crow heads pretty bad. I hit a very good set at that point, so a bit of a safer fight than I was expecting. So, yep, so we meet Death, and Death's like, yeah, fresh air, awesome, and then, go ahead and chill it. But Death has been sealed away for so long that they've basically lost all their power, and it's like, hey, you need to go kill your boss. So a little bit, not quite as funny as Horrible Bosses. Why did I just make that reference? I hate that movie. But yeah, that's about it. So now we're actually going to go face the Lord of Doors and show him who, who's the real big one around here as a tiny crow. But yeah, so we get a lore drop. This dude's like, hey, we shouldn't believe in the Lord of Doors anymore because he's not a cool guy. Nature is nature, blah, blah. So yeah, we don't, just whatever. All right, so grabbing the last bit of upgrade that we can get during this cutscene, and then I'm going to quit out, go to the real Lord of Doors fight, and then honestly, this, if you like Souls games or just like action games in general, like Hyper Light Drifter, those sorts of things, I would say 100% this is the game for you. It's just so wonderfully good. This fight, the music, just all of the phases and everything are just like an absolute treat, more or less. So it kind of progresses as it goes, where we're going to learn the farther we go on in the fight, the more we're going to learn about his moveset and those sorts of things, and it turns into a very rhythmic fight just in general. So yeah, not much to say here, but he's basically just like, I'm not gonna go down to the fight. It's either you or me, bud. Like mano a mano, you gonna die. And then we're just like, nah, dude, you're gonna die. Sorry.
And the thing to note about this is most of the sequences in this, so like there will be bulls that spawn, there will be doors that spawn, everything in their fight specifically is scripted. So a lot of this can be relatively predicted, and just the further it gets into the fight, the more moves from the Lord of Doors moveset is going to be added to their repertoire. So we're going to get to see that as they get further and further along into the fight. Yep.
And there's big gauntlets in between all of this, so the sad thing is after that first portion, so that's the first checkpoint. Now if I die at any point during this little bit, I have to reset all the way back to here. So we're just gonna cross our fingers and hopefully it all works out. It should be fine. It should be fine. I'm confident in me. Hopefully you guys are confident in me too. But other than that, yeah, nothing really too much to say. So as we do this, I guess, Tim, any donations?
Oh yes, we've got plenty still here. We have received $30 from Champ Bob, who just says, damn. We've also received $5 from Big the Dave, who says, I just want to hear Tim say, don't.
These aren't even crow noises anymore. It's just evolved into madness. I love it.
$35 from JB without any comment, but thank you so much for your generous donation. And for now, finally, we've received $5 from Ananas. So, I have no idea what Iron Boots in a credit sequence would do, or why, but I'm definitely interested in finding out. And that is going towards our Iron Boots ending for Zelda incentive that's still open. Please get your donations in for that. Remember, all your donations benefit Alzheimer Fondant. And I'm going to shut up now.
Okay, and a lot of this is just, like we said before, it's all a scripted fight, so Foxy's just going to be going toe-to-toe with the Lord of Doors. It kind of switches in this fight really interestingly between the sequences of being in that in-between space, that liminal space, of dodging the bulls, trying to make sure that nothing falls out from underneath you, and then doing the actual fights and going toe-to-toe. And one thing you'll actually notice that Foxy's doing as well is any time that he knows when a door is going to spawn at the end of one of the sequences, he just lands right on top of it, because you can actually, as long as you're standing there, it will just spawn you directly into the next side of the fight. So it basically registers you already standing in that space as you entering the door.
Yeah, it has a specific hitbox when you roll it into it. I haven't hit it yet, sadly, but it's fine. I'm gonna take my time here because this is the last fight. And you've noticed basically that for a lot of these areas, oh God, wow. That's fine.
Oh.
That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a real poor job with some of that initially, but it's okay. So yeah, so now we're back to the beginning. If we have more donations, this is a great time to do it, more or less. But like I said, it kind of sucks using the umbrella because it does reduce your roll distance as well as your damage. So that's the main thing. Also, I'm going to change one thing here. Graphic settings. I usually turn off a lot of this, and it makes it a little bit better. There we go. Just for me to see, just in general. My computer at home is fine, but we did a lot of like testing with like different like what's the word, like visuals and stuff to see if that helped with some of these more keyboard mouse skips. So yeah, see if that helps out. I just remembered it because I've had to do it for every single practice run that I've done. But yeah, Tim, sorry, take it away.
Okay, well, I would like to make you aware that we do have our Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess language choice bid war still open. And we have currently got $40 towards French, $62 towards Spanish, $145 towards English, and $770 towards German. So, if you want to get, yes, let's hear it for the German. If you'd like to get your language in with a chance, please get those donations in. And we also have that just mentioned Iron Boots in the credits incentive, $1,385 out of the $2,000 needed for that. So, and that one is only coming up in a couple of hours' time, folks. So you don't have a huge amount of time on that one. So we would love to see what that means. Please get your donations in to get your Iron Boots on. Thank you very much.
Amazing. And keep in mind that ESA is going not only tonight, but also through tomorrow. There are a lot of really incredible runs and amazing runners who are still yet to come. So please keep supporting, keep donating. The goal for the entirety of the marathon is $100,000, and we're already at $62,406. So if we can just make that final push on the final day, it would mean the world, and it's all going to an incredible cause.
Of course. So please keep donating, everybody. Like it doesn't end here. It doesn't end ever. So donate as much as you can, and please help us get to where we want to be. And great incentives. Like I don't know, I'm super excited to watch a lot of these different things because I haven't seen them before. So put your money where your mouth is.
Yep. And final sequence. So we're back where we ended the last time. So good luck on this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we should be fine. Yeah, 3 health more than enough. I just had a bad fight earlier, so that's all right. It happens from time to time. All right, come here, bud. I want you over here. If I can be by the door. There we go. And whoop. No, it's over here. Dang. All right, yeah. I got that one instant door clip with the second arena, and now as we get to the last part, we're gonna be almost done here. Finally on the home stretch. Just a few more clips, nothing to stress about. The really nice thing about this game, as I've mentioned, it does take a lot from Souls in general, but it's a lot more kind. So had I survived, it gives you a full health fill before the literal last portion of the fight. So it's a tough game for sure, but it definitely does give you a break when you usually need it. So the Lord of Doors has trashed the place, just absolutely looking for more power because we're chasing him down as best we can. And so he's about to open up the soul well, basically, to absorb its power. So he's debating his life and, all the other sorts of things. So he says he's never going to die in a very metal way and very kind of creepy and scary. But yeah, so this is like if you want to turn up the volume here for this last little section, this music is so good. Like it just all comes together in such a great way. So yeah.
And they are the last Lord. They're the last one who refused to pass on the founts to another Lord of Doors after them.
All right.
Oh, and something else to keep in mind. So these things that are coming out of the doors right now, unlike the grandma fight, we can't actually deflect those. So all of the damage basically has to be done directly by Foxy. And there is one sequence in the midst of all of this, the laser, that much like the lasers that we saw earlier on in the game, as long as he rolls through it, he'll be able to dodge just fine. So that's not something really to be concerned with. It's just a matter of the other parts of the fight and making sure to dodge and weave as he's trying to do this final damage.
That was lucky. I don't know how I missed that.
You got this. All right, we are close to the end of the fight. Can we hear it for Foxy one more time, our cheerleaders, please? Thank you.
He's so close. It's so close. You are keeping up. Thank you so much. He has so much health.
Thank you, everyone.
1, 2, 3. Come on, let's go. Damn!
There it is.
Thank you guys so much. I would do a lap, but I feel like that'd be really excessive. Yes.
Oh, get Jeffy.
Hit Jeff.
Yes,
oh yeah.
yes,
So
we told me to remind you.
I have a special treat for you guys. We're gonna go get a good friend. But I'll just do this as I'm doing shout outs and stuff. So again, shout out to the Death Store community. Y'all are wonderful, and it's just like such a good community that just puts so much time and effort in just breaking this game down to its core. So really, Vorme, Scrublord, and Weejo, everybody. I'm sorry if I missed names, but you guys are absolutely amazing. Other than that, anybody who's ever just hung out in my stream and just had a good time, like I love speedrunning just because I want to do it, not because it's supposed to be like a huge thing that I want to do. So I'm really happy to be here at ESA, really thankful for everything. I guess, Ruby, any shout outs, or Anders, either you, plug or anything?
No, just I want to learn this run, but I'm a friend of Foxy's, a Shadow of the Colossus runner. If that's your jam, please feel free to come by my Twitch chat. Otherwise, definitely get involved with the Death Store community. Like Foxy said, it's an amazing group of people and a really incredible game. You should definitely play this if you ever get the chance. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll shout out Jeff and Mongola. Good friends of mine, and Foxy.
Yep. So this is Jeffy, by the way. He's a squid that you meet who talks about bipeds and stuff. But if you turn up your volume really high, every time I roll, you hear, and it's really, I don't know, it's just funny. So I hope you guys like Jeffy. You take him around a little backpack ride throughout everything else. So yeah, that's Jeffy. But that's it for me, guys. Thank you.
Well, let's hear it for FoxyJira. That was absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Very quickly, we've got $50 anonymous donation without any comment, but thank you so much. It all goes towards Alzheimer Fonden. Okay, we are going to be going to a quick intermission, and the next run will be coming up very shortly. That is my time finished here as well. Oh, there we go. that is my time finished here just now, but thank you so much indeed for your amazing donations, everyone. It's been an absolute pleasure this evening, and stay tuned. We're heading towards that 100,000 target for Alzheimer Fonden. We'll be back after this short intermission.